Okay, good morning, guys. So for those of you that are new here, my name's Emma, or the Strong Yogi, and I'm going to be taking you through a Vinyasa flow today. And for those of you that have joined me before, welcome back. It's good to have you. So just before we get going, just to let you know that if you need to rest at any point, then you can just come into your child's pose or your downward facing dog. So this is your child's pose. You're just going to sink your hips back onto your heels. You can extend those arms out long, or you can take them down beside you and just rest that forehead to the mat. And your downward facing dog is this position. So you're going to lift those hips to the sky, gaze towards your belly button, push the palms into the mat, push the heels into the mat. And you can just rest there if you need to. If you feel any tension in any poses, if any poses are too much, then just come out of them, take a different variation. You know your body's better than I do, and I can't see you, so just be mindful of any problem areas that you have. We're going to be doing heart openers today, so there's going to be a few back bends in there. So again, if you have issues with your back, just take it easy, come out of any poses that feel uncomfortable. So yeah, make sure you've got some water just in case you need it, and we will get started. So come to a nice comfortable seat. If cross legs are good for you, then brilliant, but if not, just any other comfortable seat is absolutely fine. We're just going to begin the practice by just slowing down our breath and just bringing ourselves into the present moment. So just bring your hands together at heart center, or you can rest one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach, your choice. And just bow your head gently down towards your chest and close those eyes. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale here through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time I'm going to count for 4 on the inhale. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And from here, just return to a normal breathing pattern. Nice slow inhales and exhales. And just allow yourself to be still, to be focused, to be present on your mat. Notice your breath, notice how it feels today. And notice how you feel today. Are you holding any tension in any areas of your body? And throughout our practice, we'll use our breath to try and release any tension, any negativity, anything that no longer serves us. So during our Vinyasa flow, we use our breath with our movement. So I'll prompt you to inhale and exhale. But if I don't, please don't forget to breathe. Take one more nice deep inhale here. Feel the chest rise. Filling up your body with new positive energy. And take a nice deep exhale, feeling the chest fall, releasing any negativity, any bad energy, anything that no longer serves you. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, lift your gaze. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. So pull all of those fingers away from each other and just push those shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards. And you can gaze slightly upwards here. You can keep the eyes closed, just add a little tiny back bend. Inhale here. And exhale, just bring those palms down to the knees. So from here, we're going to inhale, raise those shoulders up to the ears. And exhale with your mouth open, take a nice big sigh. Releasing any tension, drop the shoulders. And again, inhale, raise the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale with a nice big sigh. Drop the shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. Maybe think of a negative thought, emotion. And with your exhale, let it go. And again, inhale. Thinking of something that you want to let go of. And exhale. And one more time, nice big inhale, lift the shoulders. And exhale, drop those shoulders. Inhale, raise those hands towards the sky. As you exhale, bow the chin to the chest, interlace the fingers, and just place the palms onto the back of the head. Let those elbows drop downwards. And just feel that nice stretch, that nice lengthen in your spine and your neck. If this is too much, you can release the hands, place the palms to the knees. And just hold here for a few breaths. Just slowly warming ourselves up, stretching ourselves out this morning before we go into our main part of the practice. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release those hands, place them to your knees. Keep the chin to the chest. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. As you inhale, you're going to roll that neck up, gaze over your right shoulder. And inhale, drop the chin back down to the chest. Exhale here. Inhale, rolling up to the left shoulder. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale up to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to the left. Exhale, chin to chest. And one more to each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale left. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the gaze. And just take a few little shoulder rolls. So just roll those shoulders. Nice. From here, we're going to inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And as you exhale, take those arms down behind you, interlace those fingers, try and push those palms together. And we're going to push our hands away from us. And we're going to push our chest forwards. Gaze upwards. So we're opening the chest here, opening the heart. So you should feel a nice stretch in your chest, in your shoulders. Gaze upwards. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, maybe you can push those hands a little bit further upwards. Push the chest a little bit further forwards. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release that pose. Inhale, take those hands back up towards the sky. Exhale, interlace those fingers, drop the arms down in front of you this time. And we're going to round that spine and push the hands away from us. So drawing the belly button in towards the spine, rounding that spine, feeling that stretch in your upper back, in your spine, in your shoulders. Gaze downwards, chin to chest, really push the hands forwards and round that spine. Inhale here. and exhale. Inhale and exhale, come back to center. From here, we're just going to place those palms to our knees. And we're just going to take some seated cat-cows. So as you inhale, gaze upwards, arch the spine. And as you exhale, round the spine, draw the chin to the chest. Pull the belly button inwards, engage that core. Inhale, gaze upwards, arch the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, round that spine. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. And just take 2 more with your own breath pattern. Bringing movement into your body. Nice. When you're done, just come back to a neutral spine. And inhale, raise those hands back up towards the sky. As you exhale, we're going to twist to our right hand side. So we're going to place our right hand behind us. We're going to place our left palm to our right knee. And we're going to gaze over that right shoulder. Keeping that spine nice and long, that chest is lifted, the heart is open. The crown of the head is drawn upwards towards the sky. So we're creating space in our bodies. Inhale here. And exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. Inhale. And exhale, let's come back to center. Inhale, take those hands back up to the sky. And exhale, twist to the left hand side, taking the left hand behind us, placing the right palm to the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. So using that right palm to push into the left knee, to take that twist a little bit deeper. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's see if you can twist a little bit further. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, place those palms to the mat in front of you. Maybe you can get those forearms to the mat. We're just going to hold here, gaze downwards. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, just roll yourself forward. Let's come into a tabletop position. So in our tabletop position, our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. And we're just going to do some more cat-cows here. So we're going to go into our tabletop variation of our cat-cows. So as you inhale, arching the spine, gazing upwards. And as you exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. And belly button draws inwards. Inhale, gaze up, arch the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, round that spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest. We'll do one more. Inhale, gaze upwards, arch the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, around the spine. From here, just tuck those toes under. Take a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're just going to sink those hips backwards onto our heels. So we're feeling a nice stretch here in the back of our feet and our toes. And just hold here for a few breaths. So you can rock a little bit from side to side just to make sure you get all of those toes. But just feel that nice stretch in the back of your feet. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, peel those hips up towards the sky. We're coming into our first downward facing dog of the practice. So hips are lifted, gaze is towards the belly button. And from here, you can just bring any movement you might like into your body. So maybe you want to pedal out those legs, walk through your dog, shake those hips, shake that head. Just bring some nice movement into your body this morning. Maybe you're feeling quite tight after sleeping. Normally we're tighter in the mornings than we are in the afternoons and evenings after we've been up, awake and moving all day. Just take a few more nice deep breaths here, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. And on your next inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, and we're just going to step up to the front of our mat, coming into our standing forward fold. So if you have any props here, you can use a block, or you can put a bend into those knees if you need to. And we're just going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice complete exhale. So gazing towards that mat in your standing forward fold. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to stand up tall, raise those hands to the sky. And exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. From here, inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Take a slight back bend, gaze upwards. As you exhale, arms come down beside us, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. And straight away, inhale, rounding up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, roll the shoulders at the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. And we're going to go back down again. Exhale, arms beside us, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. And inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders when we get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. And one more time, exhale. Arms come down beside us, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. And inhale, rolling up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Rolling those shoulders at the top. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Take them out a little bit wide, like you're holding a big beach ball. Bend slightly backwards. Inhale here. And exhale, take those hands behind you, interlace those fingers, push the palms together, push the hands away, push the chest forwards, a bit like we did in our seated position earlier. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forwards. Gaze towards the mat, keep that spine nice and long, and focus on pushing those arms towards the front of your mat, pushing those hands towards the front of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale here, and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, release those hands, place them to your mat, coming into your standing forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come into a halfway lift, so come up onto those fingertips, straighten that spine, gaze forwards. And as you exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, high plank. And lower yourself down, so bend those elbows, take your chaturanga, or you can come to your knees, your chest, your chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. So hips are off of the mats. We're just on the palms of the hands and the front of our feet. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, once again, we're going to take those arms behind us, interlace the fingers, push the palms together, push the hands away, push the chest forward, gaze slightly upwards, opening that heart, opening the chest, feeling that stretch. Inhale. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat, push the palms of the hands towards the front of the mat here. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, can you push those hands any further forwards? Bend those knees if you need to. Inhale here. Exhale, place those palms to the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen that spine. This time, exhale, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, high plank, and we'll take that flow. Lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into that upward facing dog. And exhale, raise those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. As you inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. Put a bend into that knee and open the hips to the right side of the mat. Send the heel, send the ankle over to the left side of the mat. Gaze through your right arm. And hold here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale. Place that foot back down to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale here and exhale, reset. Inhale, raise that left leg to the sky. Put a bend into that knee, open the hips to the left-hand side. Send the heel over to the right-hand side. Opening our chest to the left side of the mat, gazing through the left arm. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, placing that foot back down to the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, step the left, step the right foot back. Standing forward fold, exhale. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, draw those hands together at heart center. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. We'll do this one more time. Exhale, take those arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, push the palms together, push the hands away. Open the chest, push the chest forwards, gaze upwards. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards your mat. Push those palms towards the front of the mat. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, place the palms to the mat. Inhale, come into that halfway lift. And this time, your choice, you can step or you can jump back to your high plank and lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. And exhale, raise those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, let's raise that right leg to the sky again. Put a bend into that knee. Open the hips to the right side. Drop the heel to the left side so you can stay here in your three-legged dog. Or if you like this time, you can choose to flip your dog and come into your wild thing. So if you want to do that, then you're going to take the right hand off of the mat. The right foot is going to come over to the left side of the mat. And you're going to send that right arm to the top of your mat. So your left leg is straight, your right leg is bent in your wild thing pose. So push that right shoulder backwards, opening the chest. Hold here, challenge yourself, or stay in your three-legged dog. Inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, bring yourself back to your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, reset yourself. We'll take the other side. Inhale, raise that left leg to the sky. Put a bend into that knee, open the hips to the left, drop the heel over to the right. This is your three-legged dog. You can stay here. Or if you like, you can peel that left palm off of the mat and you can send that left foot over to the right side. Flip your dog, come into your wild thing. So the left hand is pointing towards the front of the mat. Push those hips upwards. Push that left shoulder backwards, opening the heart. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Flip yourself back round, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, your choice. Jump or step back to the top of your mat. Exhale in your standing forward fold. And inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards your mat, bend those knees if you need to, using a prop if you need to, a block. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step that right foot back, lower that knee to the floor, untuck the toes, raise the hands to the sky, low crescent lunge, Vinyasa. So that left knee is over the left ankle. You don't want to sink any further forwards than that. You can always take that right knee back a little bit more and just sink into those hips. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, we're going to cactus those arms. So bend those elbows, push the shoulders, push the elbows backwards, push the chest forwards, gaze upwards. So a heart opening variation of our low crescent lunge. Hold here, inhale. And exhale, just feel really strong in this pose. We'll take a few more breaths. Feeling the stretch in your hips, in your shoulders, in your chest. Creating space, creating energy. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, place the palms to the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and step that left foot back to meet the right high plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into that upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat, lower your left knee, untuck your left toes, raise those hands to the sky. We're coming into low crescent lunge on the other side. So same thing, check your form. That right knee should be over the right ankle, not any further forward, but sink into those hips. If you need to take the left knee back a little bit, then you can do that. Arms are beside the ears, chest is open, spine is long, core is engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus arms, bend the elbows, push the shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards, open that heart. And breathe. Gazing slightly upwards, slight back bend. And hold this pose, surrendering yourself to each and every pose that we take today. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, place the palms to the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and we're going to step that left foot forward to meet the right at the front of the mat. Exhale in that standing forward fold. And inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. Inhale, reach those hands back up towards the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, come into that halfway lift, look up, straighten that spine. Exhale, step that right foot back. We're going to keep it lifted this time. Raise the hands to the sky, high lunge. So nice and strong in this pose, strong through the legs, feeling grounded, feeling balanced. So again, that left knee is over the left ankle. We don't want to sink it any further forwards. And hold here. Take a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to take that variation with our hands again. So we're going to take our arms behind us, interlace the fingers, push the palms together, push the hands away, push the hands up towards the sky, push the chest forwards, gaze upwards. And breathe. So when we're adding that little bit of focus to our upper body here, we don't want to lose the focus in our legs. So the tendency can be to sort of ease out of the lunge. We want to stay nice and strong in the legs, strong in that lunge position, and in the arms. So pushing the arms away and staying with that 90-degree bend in the left knee. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release those arms. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, place those palms to the front of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right high plank. And we'll take our flow. So your choice, lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Raise those hands to the sky, coming into a high lunge on the other side. So again, check your form, knees over the ankle. Strong in those legs. Spine is nice and long. Crown of the head is lifted, core is engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, bring those arms behind you, interlace the fingers, push the palms together, push the arms away, push the chest forwards, gaze slightly upwards. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, being sure to stay in that lunge, 90-degree bend in the right knee. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, can you push those arms any further upwards? Inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, place the palms to the mat. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, standing forward fold. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, come into that halfway lift. And your choice, exhale, step or jump back, high plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're just going to drop those knees to the mat, sink those hips backwards, untucking the toes, coming into our extended child's pose. So arms right in front of us here. Rest the head to the mat, take the forehead, the third eye to the mat. And take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Just allow yourself to rest just for a second. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. So from here, we're going to come into our puppy pose. So you're going to lift those hips off of the heels and you're going to walk those palms forwards. So from here, you can maybe come up onto those fingertips to deepen that stretch even more, but you're going to just melt your chest down towards the mat. So maybe your chin touches the mat, that's absolutely fine. But just to create more space, if you want to, you can come up onto those fingertips. So cup the hands and just hold here in your puppy pose. Taking a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. Just hold for a few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, just walk those hands back in. Just come back into a bit of a tabletop position here. So tuck those toes back under. Raise those hips to the sky. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Gazing towards the belly button, remember. And exhale. Inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Take that left foot to a 90-degree angle so the toes are pointing towards the long edge of the mat. And just cartwheel those arms open, coming into our warrior two. So hips are square to the side of the mat. Front knee is bent 90 degrees. If that knee is sinking inwards, push it outwards. And you're going to gaze towards your right fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, flip the right palm and send the left palm down the back of the left leg. Reach those right fingertips upwards towards the sky. Gaze upwards towards the right palm. So we're coming into our reverse warrior. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Inhale here, and exhale, pivot that right foot so that both of the toes are pointing towards the long edge of the mat. So you can point those toes slightly outwards here. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to bend those knees and you're going to cactus those arms. We're going to sink down into our goddess pose. So push those elbows, push those shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards and sink downwards. So really nice and strong and powerful in this pose. Inhale and exhale, reach upwards, lengthen the legs. And exhale, sink back down into your goddess pose. Maybe you can take it slightly further this time. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, raise those hands to the sky. Pivot back. Pivot your right toes back to the front of the mat. And pivot onto the ball of your left foot. So we're coming into a high lunge here. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, place those palms to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left and take your flow. Lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's raise that left leg to the sky. Step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Take the right foot to a 90-degree angle, toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat, and cartwheel those arms open, standing up into your warrior two. So hips are square to the right side of the mat. That front knee is bent 90 degrees. The tendency can be for that knee to sink inwards. Push it outwards and gaze towards those left fingertips. So one straight line here from your right fingers to your left to your right. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, as you exhale, flip the palm of the left hand, send the right palm down the back of the right leg and raise those left fingers to the sky, gazing upwards towards the left palm, keeping that 90-degree bend in the front knee. Reverse warrior. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come back to your warrior two. Turn those left toes to point the long edge of the mat. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And exhale, let's sink back down into our goddess pose. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. Push the chest forwards, push the shoulders, the elbows backwards. Spine is nice and straight. Crown of the head is lifted. Imagine that puppet string drawing the crown of your head to the sky, but at the same time sinking downwards into those knees. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, sink back down into that pose. Maybe you can take it a little further this time, sink a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky, pivot those left toes back to the front of the mat. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot, high lunge. Inhale here. And exhale, we're just going to step that right foot to the front of the mat and draw those hands together at heart center. So we're going to take a nice little standing, balancing pose here, which is going to be our tree. So we're just going to take the right foot either to the left ankle and the left calf, or you can take it all the way up to the left thigh, wherever is good for you today. And wherever you are, just bring those hands together at heart center and just hold nice and strong in this pose. So pushing that right knee backwards, opening those hips, trying to keep those hips square to the front of the mat. Maybe you want to stay here with your hands together at heart center. Or maybe you can reach those hands to the sky, challenging your balance a little bit more. Engage that core, lengthen the spine, strong and grounded through that left foot. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe if your balance is really good, you want to test yourself by closing one eye, then the other, and maybe both. Nice. If you fall out of your tree, just come back into it. And take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, release that pose. Shake out those legs if you need to before we take the other side. So we're going to bring the left foot either to the right ankle, the right calf, or all the way up to the right thigh, your choice. And we're going to bring the hands together at heart center, pushing that knee backwards, keeping the hips square to the front of the mat. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe you're going to keep your hands here. Maybe you're going to reach upwards towards the sky. Challenge your balance, feeling strong, feeling grounded through that right leg. In your tree pose, maybe you want to close one eye, close the other eye, close both. Challenge your balance. And just hold in this pose. The tree pose is a nice heart-opening pose. And just allowing yourself to accept and to give love, good energy. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, release that pose. Shake out those legs if you need to. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, your choice, step or jump back, high plank, lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees gesture. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. And exhale, raise those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, roll yourself forward, come into your high plank. And exhale, send those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forwards, high plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward, high plank, and hold, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, how long can you hold for? And exhale, let's lower ourselves down all the way onto our stomachs. In all seriousness, if you do want to try and hold your plank for longer, let us know how many minutes, how many seconds you can do. So from here, we're just going to come onto our forearms. We're going to drop that chin to the chest, and we're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So a little tiny back bend here. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release that pose. Bring the palms to the edge of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, peel that chest off of the mat. So just take this to wherever is comfortable for you. Maybe there's a bend in the elbows. Maybe you can straighten those arms. It depends on the flexibility in your spine. But know that wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. Don't force anything. And in your cobra pose, your hips should be to the mat. So if you've straightened your arms too much and your hips have come off of the mat, just put a little bend back into those elbows. Make sure those shoulders are dropped away from the ears. And we'll just hold here for a few breaths. Maybe you want to send your gaze upwards just to deepen that back bend. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, just come onto your knees, send those hips back towards your heels. We'll take a child's pose. A nice little counter stretch for your back bend. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, just bring yourself forwards into your tabletop position. And just tuck those toes, raise the hips to the sky, and come into your downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, and you're just going to step one foot, step the other foot to the front of your mat, and then just sink yourself down, coming into a seated position here. So we're going to inhale, reach forwards, and as you exhale, one vertebrae at a time, just round down through your spine, coming into a lying down position on your mat. So bringing the back nice and slowly, engage the core. Gently, gently. Nice. So from here, we're just going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat, bend those knees, bring the soles of the feet nice and close to the sit bones here. Bring those arms down beside you, and we're just going to take our bridge pose. So take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to peel your spine, peel your hips upwards, off of the mat, coming onto your shoulder blades, really lifting, pushing those hips towards the sky, push those thighs together, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, slowly one vertebrae at a time, lowering that spine back down to the mat. Just take a moment to reset. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly peeling that spine off of the mat, sending those hips to the sky once more, coming into your bridge. Hold here. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, gently lower yourself down all the way to the mat. Take a moment to reset. And this time, maybe you want to interlace your fingers underneath you. As we take our bridge, push those palms together, it just allows you to come up onto those shoulders a little bit more to create a little bit more space. So take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, start to peel that spine off of the mat. Raise those hips to the sky. Maybe you want to take those hands together underneath you. Interlace those fingers, coming up onto those shoulders a little bit more, pushing those hips to the sky, pushing the thighs together. Feel nice and strong in this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering yourself back down to the mat. Hug those knees into the chest. And just rock from side to side, forwards and backwards here. Nice. So from here, just take the soles of the feet back down to the mat. I just want you to cross your right leg over your left. Send your hips slightly over to the right side of the mat. And just drop those legs, drop those knees over to the left. And take your arms, take your gaze over to the right side to deepen that stretch. So we're coming into a nice little spinal twist here. Just holding this pose, nice deep inhale. And a nice deep exhale. And remembering that with every exhale, we're releasing tension, negativity. So maybe with every out breath, you take your knees, sink a little bit closer to the mat. Just allow yourself to be in this pose, to feel this pose. Spinal twists, good for the digestion. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, bring those knees back to center. Release the right leg from the left, reset those hips. And we'll take the other side, so crossing that left leg over the right. Send those hips over to the left side of the mat and drop those knees over to the right side of the mat. Send the arms, send the gaze over towards the left side and feel that nice twist in your spine. Hold in this pose, giving yourself permission to relax, to release tension, to breathe, to be present. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice complete exhale. Inhale and exhale, maybe those knees drop a little bit closer to the right side, deepening that twist, feeling the pose. And inhale one more time. And as you exhale, bring those knees back to center. Release the left leg from the right. Reset those hips. And from here, we're just going to lift the soles of the feet off of the mat. We're going to take hold of the outside of our feet with our hands. And we're going to draw those knees in towards our armpits, taking our happy baby. So in a happy baby, you can rock from side to side, forwards and backwards, little circles. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, whatever you like. So a nice hip opening pose. And you can either choose to stay here in your happy baby or to end the practice. Before we end the practice, you can just go into any other pose you might like here. So maybe you want to hug those knees back into the chest. Maybe you want to take an inversion, something challenging, shoulder stands. Maybe anything you like. Maybe you want to try a wheel pose. It's a nice heart opener. Whatever will make you feel complete today, just take that pose now. So you've made it to your mat today. Don't leave until you've got what you came for. Release any tension that you're holding in your body. Just give yourself this moment just to really make yourself feel complete. I got what I came for. And when you're ready, no hurry at all. We're just going to take those legs out nice and long. Drop those legs down to the mat. Take those arms by your side with the palms facing upwards. And close those eyes as you come to rest in your Shavasana here. Your final resting pose, your corpse pose. One of your most important poses in your yoga practice. It allows us to rest, to recover, to restore. And maybe even one of the most challenging poses in yoga too. Because our minds are very busy, it can be very difficult to switch off and allow ourselves this time to rest. So maybe challenge yourself today in your Shavasana. Challenge yourself to let your thoughts come. Notice them, but just let them go. And just be still, be present on your mat. And notice your breath, notice how it feels, but don't try to change it here. It's perfect. It keeps your heart beating, it's keeping you alive. It allows you to practice yoga today. And as you rest here in your Shavasana, just feel your body melting into the mat, into the ground, into the earth. Feeling grounded, feeling connected. And just notice any areas of tension in your body and just try to let it go. Your feet dropping out to the side, your fingers melting into the mat. Your head feels really heavy. And you just feel relaxed. Allowing all that energy that you've just created through your heart opening flow to run through your body and to benefit all of those areas it needs the most. Sending out love, sending out energy as much as you accept it into your life also. And maybe you want to stay here in your Shavasana for a little bit longer. I encourage you to do so. If you want to end your practice here with me today, then we can just start to slowly bring movement back into the body. So you can just start to gently wriggle those fingers and wriggle those toes. And gently rock that head from side to side. And just slowly hug those knees in towards your chest. Rolling over onto your right hand side, resting your head in your hands. Keep the eyes closed. And from here, gently pushing yourself back up to your comfortable seated position where we started our practice today. Bring those hands together at heart center, pushing those thumbs into the sternum, feeling connected. Bowing the chin to the chest and closing, keeping those eyes closed. And just being still here and just feeling all of that energy in between the palms of your hands in your Namaste Mudra. And sending that energy inwards. So your thumbs are pushed against your chest, your heart center. And just feel that energy running through your body. You can take what you need here and give what you can give. Maybe you want to think of somebody right now and send energy to them. I invite you to do so. And just notice your breath. Notice how you feel, but with no judgment, no comparison. Thank yourself for your practice today, for your time on your mat, for all of the hard work and effort that you've put in. And take one more nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, gently lift the gaze, blink the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me this morning, guys. I hope you enjoyed this heart-opening yoga flow. And do let me know if you have any feedback, any comments, any questions. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day whenever you're watching.